Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Sacred Knights podcast. I'm your host, JF Richards, and today I want to talk about something that means a lot to so many of us: geek culture. Geek culture is more than just entertainment, it's more than just fandoms, collectibles, conventions, quotes, games, comic books, movies, or TV shows. It's something deeper than that. Geek culture is about passion, it's about imagination, it's about loving stories, worlds, characters, and ideas in a way that sticks with you. A while ago, I did an episode on Star Wars. Feel free to check that out. For a lot of people, geek culture starts with the story, whether it be a fantasy book, sci fi movie, animated series, a game, comic book, or legendary character that made you feel like something was bigger out there. Whatever it was, it stayed with you. That's one of the things that makes geek culture special. It creates connection. It gives people something to care about, something to talk about, and something to share. And most of this culture isn't just defined by geeks. It's actually defined by everyone's love for everything. Whether it be you are a huge fan of Star Wars, or big fans of Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or Harry Potter. There's more to it than most people think. Because it gives a chance to bring people together who love adventure, imagination, mystery, heroes, villains, world building, lore, and the endless possibilities of storytelling. And I think that matters. In a world that can feel routine and heavy, geek culture gives people a place to dream. It gives us worlds beyond the ordinary. It gives us epic journeys, unforgettable battles, emotional character arcs, and stories that remind us why imagination is powerful. And it also reminds us that it is okay to care deeply about stories. There was a time when being a geek or a nerd was treated like something embarrassing. But nowadays, more and more people are openly celebrating stories and fandoms they love. I think it's a good thing because loving stories is not something small stories shape how we think. They inspire creativity. They help connect with other people. They give us hope, excitement, and sometimes even courage. Geek culture also gives people community. You could talk to someone about your favorite fantasy series, sci fi universe, superhero, video game, or movie franchise, and suddenly you're not just talking about content, you're talking about shared excitements, shared memories, and shared meanings. That kind of connection is powerful, and it's really good inspiration for many people. One of the best things about geek culture is how broad it really is. It may be defined by mostly superhero, who's fantasy books and science fiction, but when you look at it even more, it also encompasses animated shows, video games, comics, movies, TV shows, collecting, cosplay, lore discussions, character debates, fan theories, and even podcasts such as this. They all let creativity be shared. And all of this comes from people who love these worlds enough to keep talking about them. And that's why I do this podcast. Yes, the Sacred Knights podcast is connected to fantasy books, live read-throughs, and storytelling, but it's also a place where I could celebrate the larger world of geek culture, the stories we love, the fandoms we enjoy, and the imagination that keeps it alive. Because geek culture is not just about consuming stories, it's about being inspired by them. It inspires art, writing, voice acting, impressions, cosplay, discussions, debates, creations, and entirely new worlds. A lot of creators started as fans. They loved stories fast. They imagined first. They were inspired first. And one day, that love turned into something they wanted to create for others. That's one of the reasons geek culture matters to me, and it keeps imagination alive. It reminds us that wonder still remains, heroes still matter, and stories still matter. Whether your thing is fantasy or any other genre, or basically anything that you like, this episode is just a celebration of that. A celebration of the stories that shaped us, the characters we never forgot, the worlds we wish were real, and the fandoms that remind us that we are not alone in loving them. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Sacred Knights podcast. I'm JF Richards, and until next time, keep reading, keep imagining, and keep the adventure alive.